There's a lot of videos in the game dev world about dream games. Even I've made a few games with dream game in the title, and they did pretty good. I have made many games over the last few years that I've been on YouTube, and all of them I would consider to be a dream game of mine. The first game I ever started working on was Luna Lane. I wanted the game to be less complicated and technical than other Metroidvania games because I often saw that they were just a little bit too difficult, and I wanted a game that you didn't have to use too much of your brain to play it. And I also wanted to mix it with the collectathon genre because that's a genre that I extremely love. I've spent years developing it and restarting the project, but the most recent attempt that I've had is living up to what that dream for the game truly is. Since the creation of my channel, Luna Lane has even moved engines, with the original game being made in Construct. I knew that my vision for the game would never be fully realized unless I learned how to code, so I switched to Unity and learned C# to ensure that I would make the game the best it could be. And then I got a little sidetracked with another dream game, Jelly World. Jelly World started as a side project to learn Unity more so I could bring those new skills back to Luna Lane and improve it. The idea for Jelly World was to combine my love for farming games, as well as my love for an adorable slime creature that I created known as a jelly. The start of Jelly World is also what made my channel gain more popularity. I mean, mixing farming games and slimes together is definitely a way to get an audience. I mean, it wasn't that hard for me. All I had to do was just put slime and farming in the title of a video and boom, there's some views. I continued work on Jelly World and I even restarted it as I gained so much more knowledge in Unity, and the old project was just filled with bugs. But as we all know, Jelly World eventually was corrupt and it is now lost to time forever. This led me to work on another dream game, Jelly Fields. Jelly Fields is now my main project, and I've seen crazy amounts of success on my channel since I started working on it. I mean, the Jelly Fields videos have seen hundreds of thousands of views, which is crazy, and I'm still working on that game now, and I even stream it. The idea of the game was to fill my want and need for a game that requires no thinking. You just sit back and relax and just let things happen. The game is also designed to help with my anxiety disorder, as there's a lot of RNG which could break up the gameplay and make things less stale. The game does an amazing job with making you feel like you've entered a world that's living, and the overall gameplay is addicting. If you're a fan of my channel, you're probably confused what this video is even about since I just listed all of my biggest projects. Well, the game that came to me in a dream is one that I started and will almost definitely not finish. A while ago, I posted about a game called Hingewood Tumble. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world, and your goal as the player is to help clean up junk to make the planet look nicer. One night I must have went to sleep thinking of game dev because I had a dream of this game completely finished and playable, and also people were playing the game and congratulating me about how good it was. And the second I woke up, I immediately began working on the game, and I even intended for it to be a devlog series as I recorded parts of the development process, but after just a few days of development, I stopped making the game. The fantasy I had for the game was a platformer that was extremely laid back, and your goal was to clear levels by smashing as much junk as you can with a variety of different characters. I even wrote out a few characters in a notebook that I intended on adding. The jelly was able to charge into stuff and cover it in slime, as well as do a giant magical burst. There was a character that I named Shoot Guy Bubble, which attacked with a weapon that trapped junk in bubbles. Shoot Guy Bubble could also pop the bubbles to destroy the junk inside them. I even wrote out different ideas for junk types, even including the HP numbers. The actual game itself was awesome and development was going great. Everything looked and felt good. I went for a different and interesting approach with the art style, and the movement and combat was really fluid. I also was very proud of the game that I was making. So why did I stop development on this game, and why will I never finish it? The reason wasn't that I ran out of ideas or that I didn't have enough time. The actual reason has been said multiple times in this video. If you've noticed, I have mentioned restarting games and even having one be corrupt. I've had a reputation for a while now that I'll make something for a few videos and then either move on to something else or do a revamp of something old. And that alone is why I will not continue working on this project. My goals for making games have shifted since I started, and while I still struggle making games and coming up with ideas, I've gained enough skills to finish a project and release it with confidence. It has taken me many years and many failed attempts, but I don't want to continue this reputation of never finishing anything that I start. Hingewood Tumble is definitely a dream game of mine, but before that dream can come true, I need to make another one of my dreams come true to finish a game.